before you start watching this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to make the channel bigger and better than ever. It would be simply lovely to do that. Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode of The Football Show. As today I'm going to talk about yesterday's Premier League game and also Serie A's game from Lazio and Everton against West Ham, and also we're going to preview today's Champions League game. So let's get started. Let's start with yesterday's games in the Premier League. Everton drew 1-1 with West Ham. First game for Espirito Santo's West Ham manager. Everton got the lead in the first half, started the game quite well in the first half. Michael Keane, but the second half I thought West Ham played really well, played better, and they scored the goal, draw from Joe Bowen. And I think West Ham and Espirito Santo would take that, especially for his first game. So yeah, and I think Nuno, considering the job he's done at Wolves and Nottingham Forest, I'm looking forward to see how he's going to do at West Ham. And yeah, obviously it's not going to be easy with the situation that West Ham are in right now. But I think he can do a decent job. I really think so. I think he can, get them play European football as they did under David Moyes, for example. Because I remember David Moyes came into West Ham and they were in a relegation fight. So yeah. Let's talk about Serie A as Lazio played their game against Genoa and they win 3-0. Goals from Cancelleri, Zakagani and Castellanos. Very good win, solid win for Lazio, considering they've had a difficult start to the season. That's a very good win for them, and they go up to 12th because they've had that difficult start of the season. Now let's move on to the Champions League, as we're going to talk about the real stuff, the proper stuff, the bigger stuff. None of this, Everton versus West Ham and all that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about the big games in the Champions League. We're going to talk about today's Champions League games. Kairat against Real Madrid. It's a game that Real Madrid should win easily. Kairat are from Kazakhstan, if you don't know them. And I think so. Like I said, it's a game that Real Madrid should easily win. Kairat are from Kazakhstan. If anybody doesn't know Kairat, Real Madrid, they've had a very difficult defeat, a difficult setback to deal with, losing 5-2 to Atletico Madrid, to poor performance, poor result. It's a game that they should easily win. So I'll go for a 4-0 win. 4-0 win for Real Madrid. Atalanta against Club Brugge. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Atalanta. Marseille against Ajax. Going for a 1-1 draw for that game. Inter Milan against Slavia Praha. 2-0 win for Inter. I'm going for Chelsea against Benfica. Chelsea, they've had a difficult run of form since the end of the international break, the last international break. They've had a difficult run of form. Draw with Brentford, lose with Bayern Munich, lost against Man United, the worst Manchester United side ever. Not unconvincing win against Lincoln. And they lost 3-1 to Chelsea, to Brentford, to Brighton at home. It's been a very difficult run of form for them since the international break, and it's a game that they have to bounce back. Because if they end up in the first two games without winning a match, then I think it's going to be difficult for them to qualify in the top 8. Because if you look at their remaining fixtures in the Champions League, Chelsea. They go Ajax at home, they should win. Karabakh away, they should win. Barcelona, that's a very tricky game. Atalanta away, that's quite a tricky game as well. Who else they've got? They've got Napoli away, that's a very tricky game. They've got Bathurst, which they should win. But they've got some difficult. They already played Bayern. They've got some games they should win and games that are difficult. Karabakh, Ajax at home, Bathurst, and they've got difficult games like Barcelona, Atalanta away, Napoli away. So it's a game that have to win to have still have a good chance to qualify for the last 8 automatically. Last 16, automatically. And they've been in a poor run of form, Chelsea. So it's a game that they have to respond and they have to win. And they're missing some key players. Cole Palmer still out. And if you look at Chelsea's record, especially without Cole Palmer in the team, it's not a great record, is it? So some of the other players for Chelsea will have to step up. João Pedro is going to have to step up. Pedro Neto is going to have to step up. So yeah, and of course it's at Stamford Bridge, and it's the return of the Benfica manager, Jose Mourinho. Obviously, saying in the press conference that he's a blue, he was always a blue, and he loves Chelsea, etc. And rightly so. He looks like he's gonna enjoy a lot. He said before the game and after the game, he realized where I came from, and rightly so, because Chelsea's been part of his history, and he's been part of Chelsea's history. So he's done incredible. He was an amazing manager for Chelsea, winning Premier Leagues, winning them their first title in 50 years, winning cups, FA Cups, Carabao Cups, Premier Leagues, and trophies and titles, and winning the least goals conceded in 2024-25 season, 2004-2005 season. I think I said 2024, but he was a fabulous manager for Chelsea. He even came back in the second stint and won them the league. He won them Chelsea in 2005, and a decade later they came back and won the league again. So he's a fabulous manager for them, and you always be in Chelsea's fans' memories, and Chelsea will always be in Mourinho's memories. And I'm looking forward to see how he's going to do in this game, because I think Benfica might get something from this game. I think Chelsea are at home, but they've not been playing well. So I'm looking forward to see how Benfica and Mourinho are going to approach this game. Is Mourinho going to go to his old-fashioned style approach, where he's going to park the bus and make it difficult, or Benfica might actually at some point have a go for it, because Chelsea, defense, they have some defensive problems. So are Benfica going to capitalize on it? Are they going to try to attack, or Mourinho's going to go with his usual, the style that we've known for him for many years when it comes to this kind of big games, which is sit back. So let's see. But I think if Mourinho approaches this game with a low block, I have no issue with that, because I think he's only appointed as a Benfica manager only like a week ago or something. So yeah, but it's a game that Chelsea they're the favourites, they're a better team, they should win, but you never know. My score prediction, I'm actually going for a draw here. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Galatasaray against Liverpool. That's a tricky game for Liverpool, especially Galatasaray. It's a difficult atmosphere to go there. Difficult fans, and the fans are going to be fired up and wrapped up. They're going to be fired up. They're going to be excited. And it's a game that Galatasaray, obviously they're doing well in the Turkish league, but in terms of the Champions League, they lost 5-1 to Frankfurt, and they conceded some sloppy goals defensively, conceded own goals, etc. So yeah, but it's, the Galatasaray have got very good players, by the way. They've got the likes of Leroy Sané, they've got likes of Victor Osimhen, they've got quality players. I think they've got Morata, or I don't know if he's still there or not, but no, he's not there at all. They've got Icardi, they've got Gundogan, they've got very, very good players. They've got Torreira. It's not an easy, it's not going to be easy. I don't know how this team lost 5-1 to Frankfurt, by the way, but they've got a very good team, very good squad. So it's not going to be an easy game for Liverpool at all. Especially, it's a game that they will need to try to respond and bounce back, considering they've had a poor performance and a bad result losing to Crystal Palace. Even though it was the first game they lost of the season. So it's a game that Liverpool can bounce back. It's a chance for Liverpool to bounce back. And Chiesa is not in the Liverpool squad because he had a bit of a niggle in training, according to Arne Slot. And yeah, that's it's my score prediction. I think Liverpool should win. Galatasaray will not make it easy, and with the atmosphere, especially with the quality players they have. But I expect Liverpool to win, so I expect a 2-0 win for Liverpool. Liverpool 2-0 win. Backfast against Bayern Munich, easy win for Bayern. 6-1 win for. I'm going for a 6-1 win for Bayern Munich. Bodo Glimt against Tottenham. That's the same fixture that they faced each other in the Europa League last season, semi-final. So that's going to be a cracking fixture, isn't it? But obviously, away to Bodo Glimt is not an easy place to go there. And people say, "Oh, what are you talking about? It's Bodo Glimt." Yeah, okay, but if you look at their stadium, their pitch, it's not great. It's not an easy pitch to play in. But I think Tottenham played in that pitch last season in the Europa League semi-final, so they will know about playing this place. They've played it before, so so I think they will know more about it. So I think the Tottenham players should not have much issues about that pitch because they played it before, so they know about it. So yeah, but it's a game that Tottenham should win, and it's a game that they can bounce back and especially from drawing against Wolves during the week and make two games, 2 wins in the Champions League because they also beat Villarreal. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Tottenham Hotspur. Karabakh against no, that's tomorrow. Sorry. Final game: Atletico Madrid against Eintracht Frankfurt. Eintracht Frankfurt, as I mentioned, they beat Galatasaray 5-1. They look very, very good. In the Bundesliga, they are fourth in the Bundesliga. Yeah. They've scored the second most goals in the Bundesliga. However, they've been one of the most goals conceded. They've been the third most goals conceded in the Bundesliga and the second most goals scored in the Bundesliga. So going forward, they're amazing, but defensively, they're all over the place. But that could play into the hands of Atletico Madrid because Atletico Madrid could easily, sit back, soak up the pressure, and then play on the counter attack, which Frankfurt have defensive problems of it. So that could play into the hands of Simeone and Atletico Madrid. Atletico lost 3-2 in the first game against Liverpool, despite a good comeback, good fight back. Had a good game during the week by destroying Real Madrid 5-2. So the likes of Julian Alvarez, who was amazing in that game on Saturday, like players like Julian Alvarez, Diego Simeone, etc., and other players for Atletico will be hoping to keep that momentum and keep winning going to this game against Frankfurt. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Atletico Madrid. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you tomorrow, hopefully, and have a nice day. Bye.